Today we're going to finish our snake printing project, and the materials that you should have are glue and scissors, a white paint marker, your two prints, and your background paper. So the first thing we're going to do is design some kind of border to go around our background paper using our paint pen. Now, you do not need to shake these pens at all. They've already been shaken. The paint is already flowing, so you can just draw with them. The first thing we're going to do is try to draw from the corner, just leaving about a ½ inch of space, straight horizontal lines and vertical lines that kind of meet in a corner here. So I'm just going to start by drawing in a little bit of my corner. And then continuing that line down the page a little at a time to try to keep it straight and even. Okay, once you've gone all the way around with your own pattern, we are going to start cutting out our snake prints. And for this part, we're just going to cut around the snake as one whole big shape. So any spaces that are enclosed inside the snake that you may not be able to get to with scissors, we're just going to leave those. I think it helps if you start around the head. And what we want to do is cut as close to the white lines as we can without actually touching them. So we are going to leave a little bit of a border of that black ink around the edge of the snake. So I am not cutting, as you can see, on the white line. I'm cutting where the black ink is and just leaving a little bit of an edge to my snake. And I'm going to go all the way around the outside of my snake. So where my snake curls or overlaps, I'm not going to follow those lines. I'm just going to continue to go around the outer edge. Around this loop. And I'm still being careful not to cut on the white lines. Around this big loop. Now, if you have a space where you can actually cut through and cut out this empty space inside of a loop, you can do that. And now I'm back to where I started. So now I've got my snake cut as one big shape. It's going to be number 1 here. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut my other snake. Same thing. I'm going to stick close to the white lines but not actually touch them. I'm going to sneak into this loop because I have a little bit of space. There we go. Now I've got my second snake cut out. Now, my snakes are going to face 2 opposite directions. So the bottom snake is going to face up, and they should fit on your background very similarly to how they fit onto your paper you printed on. Now my other snake, I'm going to flip the opposite way. So I'm going to flip him upside down so that their heads are meeting somewhere close to the middle. And I want to make sure that the angle I'm gluing my snake at doesn't let any parts of my snake's body hang off the page, although it is okay if it covers a little bit of the border. And I want to try to get them as centered as possible so there's not more space at one end than the other. So once I've got them set on there, I'm just going to pick one snake up so I don't lose my spot there, and put a teeny tiny spaghetti noodle of glue around the edges. I don't want glue seeping out of the edges of my paper, and I want to be able to pick it up, so I don't want too much glue. And I'm going to gently lay it down right in that spot, give it a little massage to help it stick. Now if you get your ink wet, you can see I got a little smudge right there. With that glue, it will smear, so you want to be really careful not to use too much glue. I'm going to flip this guy. Tiny little spaghetti noodle, nothing that could drip. Move your glue bottle quickly so that you get that nice thin little line. I'm going to flip it, get his head in the right spot, and again, give him a little massage, help him stick on there. And now our snake project is complete, and these can go on the drying rack.